Global Compact's Forward Faster initiative launched in September last year. It's a 7-year, now 6-year initiative out to 2030. It's a global call to action. The power of the UNGC means that we can bring all of our corporate and non-corporate businesses together to learn from one another, to be inspired globally about what other countries are doing, to really problem solve together so that we can move forward faster collectively.
When it comes to investment and progress towards the SDGs, we also have to be realistic about how far we've come, because we have, but also about the massive amount of work that still needs to be done.
What is the best financial interest test in the context where we're actually trying to drive sustainability outcomes?
When we're doing this work and we're setting targets, they are deemed to be forward-looking statements from a corporation's law perspective. And I think any board in Australia who is looking at setting targets has to have regard to that legal environment.
Wherever we have an opportunity to make a difference, we should be telling that story, because if we can get into people's minds and their hearts, their checkbook is not far behind.
Ensuring that we're creating the conditions for fair and decent work is really important to us as a business. I think this awareness gap is huge, so go out and learn about it. And once you start to see the gaps and see the enormous work we've got to do in this space, I think there's quite a compelling case for why businesses should join this journey. What I love about events like this is that you get to meet like-minded people in companies that are really leading the charge to be forward faster. Intrepid Travel signed up to climate action and living wage because we believe these are the two greatest challenges we face, and we all need to step up to fight these challenges together.
More than half the natural disasters that we experience globally include impacts to water. So we're talking climate change, we're talking water in all of its forms. For GHD, we're a global organisation, and it's really important for us to be at the leading edge of what's happening in the ESG and sustainability space. So the opportunity to be a signatory and contribute to the United Nations Global Compact is very much aligned with our endeavours.
We want to have an environment at L'Oréal where everybody really sees and believes and feels that they're in an environment where they can thrive. And you've got to have gender equality for that, for sure.
I think the power of connection, particularly at events like these, is really for inspiration. These are tough topics that we're trying to crack, and it's really great to hear from leaders from other companies, like-minded souls, on how they're going about it. It made great sense to have this partnership where we can get insights, expertise, and also just be visibly part of this change for good in the world. So delighted to have signed up.
A reputable reporting framework can be a really good tool to then inform and guide where your program and strategy should go. And then in turn, it's a great opportunity to stop and reflect and disclose on your progress. At Princess Polly, we're part of the Forward Faster Climate Action Initiative, and this initiative is such a good way to get people to all align on progressing faster. Just such a good community of people coming together, working on these solutions, and we're excited to be a part of it.
If you're doing business as usual, you're doing things as you've always done it, and you're working in a company that's doing that, then you are in climate delay. You are playing the climate delay. So how are you going to change that?
It's so important to educate those key stakeholders, your leadership teams, your board members, your employee base, because the more we educate people and empower them, the more they can take advantage of what their key moment of influence could be in their day-to-day activities that will influence whether or not you achieve your targets or not.
There's such an immense power in connecting with all the other attendees at these conferences, and certainly the fact that we all come from such different sectors, it's such a great opportunity.
We know our targets are the baseline standard, and there's much more to be done. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be signing up to one, if not all, of our targets. And we thank all the companies who have already done so, to lead the way and to tell others how you're doing it. Thanks to everybody who came. Thank you once again to our speakers. Have a wonderful rest of your day.